Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's connecting. There we go. Good morning, everyone. My name is Amanda. I'm the museum educator at the Connecticut Trolley Museum. Today we're going to be reading two stories. We're going to be reading And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, and also If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, which we have a little activity after we read the story. So I'm going to start with this one. I picked this one because it's a good, fun story. I figured if there was a few little older kids watching, they might enjoy something a little funny. If anyone who doesn't know have ever read this book, it's by Dr. Seuss here from Springfield, Mass, where I actually live. So love his books. So we'll begin. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. Now, what can I say when I get home today? All the long way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've looked and I've kept careful track, but all that I've noticed, except on my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. That's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's not only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling the cart. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw wore a charioteer, a gold and blue chariot, something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No, it won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet, and he'd look mighty smart on Mulberry Street. Picture. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and a sleigh? Say, anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe and Nate. Even Jane could think of that. But it isn't too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant. There's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size, a blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And then, just to give him a little more tone, have a Rajah with rubies perched high on a throne. Say, that makes a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now I don't know, it still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite. But he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put it on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs two at least. But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into Bliss, Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now, they'll race at top speed, with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead. The mayor is there and he thinks it's grand, and he raises his hat as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is the story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With a roar of its motor, and airplanes appear and dumps out confetti while everyone cheer. And that makes a story that's really not bad, but it still could be better. Suppose that I add did I miss a page? Oh, I missed a Chinese man who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more, I'm almost home. I swung around the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps and I simply felt great. For I had a story that no one could beat, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on your way home from school. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there and nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry if I mixed up. Everyone knows Dr. Seuss and his riddles can get you twisted sometimes. So now we're gonna read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and again we have a little activity. I'm gonna show you how to do and explain after our story. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him a glass of milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he finished, he'll ask you for a napkin. I'm sure you guys can see it. Come on, pages. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs to be trimmed. So he'll probably ask you for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your favorite books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name. With a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that book. So, like I said, we have an activity. So you're going to want brown marker, crayon, color pencil, black and pink. You're going to want either like poster paper, regular paper, even a paper plate. I used poster paper. And what I did is I traced a bowl to make a perfect circle. Again, you can use a paper plate or whatever kind of paper you have at home. I chose color pencil to color it. I also cut out 2 ears like an oval, a little nose that I colored pink, and then my cookie. So you're going to also want a glue stick or liquid glue, whatever your parents let you use at home. Okay, you can glue your nose right, not quite in the center, but, oops, I dropped my glue. So kind of like there. Okay. Oh. Then you're going to take one ear, excuse me. Again, add some glue. Stick it on like that. Maybe I should put it down a little more. It's okay. Glue my other ear. Okay, I'm going to move my mouse down. So, now I have my ears and my nose. Kind of starting to look like a little mouse. So now I'm going to take my black marker. Probably going to be using just plain marker. If you have permanent marker, then maybe let your parents do it. Okay, and then I'm going to add my whiskers and little dots. So kind of like that. You guys can see. All right, then I got to add his mouth. I just want to make little curving lines. So, and where you cut your mouth, I've kind of pre-cut. You're going to want to do a little slit. This might be something to have your parents do for you. Use a scissors or X-Acto knife, something with a nice sharp edge, to have a little hole where his mouth is. And then once you're done cutting your cookie, and again, I kind of just used like a cup or something to make a good circle, you're going to take your glue where the mouth is, Okay. And then you're going to stick your cookie somewhat in his mouth. So it looks like he's eating his cookie. Give it a good press. Oh, I forgot his eyes. Oh my goodness. Not good. So how does it kind of like that? Because he's happy. All right. So here's your mouse eating his cookie. Again, very simple paper plate poster. Like I said, I use something to trace circles. You can use any kind of art materials, paint, crayon, color pencil. And there you go. You have your mouse eating your cookie. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be doing this again next Monday at 11. Have a good day and stay safe, and hopefully we will see you at the Trolley Museum soon. Bye-bye.